Well, good day. Welcome to my back step. I got some containers. Got a backpack full of stuff. And I got a little bit of lumber. Just gonna make a frame right there for my wall. And then I'll probably put a tarp up on it just to, for the time being. Just to hold it all in place, you know what I mean? First things first, I have to tidy up a little bit of stuff that's here. So for that I'm going to need gloves. I'm going to have a little fire on my stove today, but the first thing I want to do is work on this wall. The more I can get done with that, the better it's going to be inside here. So, wall, door, stove. This is okay for the moment behind me. That's all going to get rebuilt, but it's okay for now. My wood pile stayed relatively dry. I got some small wood already splintered up. I just gotta make some shavings and that to put in my stove. And then I'm gonna figure something for these. First things first, let's get some stuff cleaned up. Current temperature is reading 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32. For all of my American friends. Now, one thing I did forget, I gotta go in and get a measuring tape. that's framed up. This is going to have to be pulled back out over it eventually. But for the moment, this thing is completely shredded up. I'll be back in a minute, guys. All right. For my temporary measure, I got some of these small cheap tabs. See how much it covers. I'm not worried if it's fully enclosed in right yet. Well, that's temporarily done again. Big hole in the roof right there, that's okay. I'm not worried about heat loss at the moment. I'm just worried about getting stuff set up. Now I gotta redo my fire pit, so let's get that done. Alright, let's get some wood going for the fire now, shall we? It's still a bit smoky because the wind is blowing back through there. That'll dissipate as it heats up. Now I'm just going to relax for a few minutes, stoke the fire, get that going good. The big hole is letting out all the smoke that's blowing back in, so that's good. I want my drink. I've got a few bottles of water with me, and I got stuff to make coffee too, so I might make a coffee in a little bit. Get a pot of water on the stove and get it boiling. If I could seal that crack up good there. This one, you see the smoke coming out. But hopefully soon I'll have a good pipe there, so I won't even need to worry about that. Let's follow the colors down. I got another one in there anyway. And I got something for dinner out here today, guys. Something a little different. Different from what I expected anyway. Not something you haven't seen before. But we'll eat that until I'm ready to eat. Which I am not ready to eat just yet, because I have another project to do. All those black pans that I got, I bring out my little saw, my rotary tool, Dremel, whatever he wants to call it, and I'm going to start cutting some of the pieces out of those black pans. They're next to the stove now, so the stove is starting to throw out some good heat, and that'll help dry them off, because it's not going to be fun working on them if they're wet. But at least this way I'll be able to dry them off and start cutting them. Getting some of the pieces for my suit that I can work on inside and show you guys. I have a workroom set up to do it in. Yep, I set up a little workroom down in the basement. So, what shall we call the workroom? I'm thinking my backstep bunker. Oh, the stove popped. That means it's getting hot. It's dry now too. Let's see how the wood is burning. Oh yeah. She's going fantastically. Let's double it up with some big pieces of wood. Put you right there. And let's let that burn and pump out heat. So I can feel it to the dogs now. Fantastic. Now in order to start my new project, I kind of got to clean up from my old project first, don't I? But that's okay. That'll only take a minute. All of the stuff is on top of that. My eyes are a little smoky. Let's see if the temperature went up any in here. Oh, yeah, it was up to almost 40 with the stove going. And a big gap in the ceiling, so it's relatively warmer in here now. A little boiler stove. Get off of there. Fantastic. This is all the wood I got left too, guys. I gotta get some more wood soon. Very soon. And now I got a stove, so it doesn't matter if it's pine or birch or whatever. Spruce, whatever. Bring it on. The crackling in the fire will be a little noisy, which you're not getting none of it now because pretty much it's all birch in there. I'm going to haul a few pieces of spruce and throw in just to get the popping noise and see how loud it is. If I can fit them in there. And that stove is probably full enough now for the next. Well, let's see now. Let's see how long it goes. It goes for an hour or two. Good. Let's get my stuff out of the way, shall we? You can already hear the popping. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate some of these. There's ice in this one. And that'll help them dry out even better. Swap the view around. Get that dry a little bit before I start going on it with the Dremel. So I'll get back with you in a little bit, guys. So I'm just going to sit here. Stove is sizzling. Oh, the wind is blowing right at the vent. Right at the chimney and pushing all the smoke back in. That's bad. Holy freak. The wind actually blew down so hard in the pipe that I have there, the stove pipe, that it blew the fire out. That's why it got so smoky. That's not a good thing. Once I get the good pipe on there, that won't happen though, because I'll have an elbow going out, an elbow going up, and the pipe will go straight up. So no matter what way the wind blows, it won't be able to blow down through it. Here's the popping. Quick as that, look, it burned through my glove. Just a little brush off of it, that was stuck to my finger. Little tiny brush off of it. Time to rake out the leather glove for that, I think. Look. Yep. And leather glove for the stove. I'll keep these for the Dremel. And I'm going to crack open a Gatorade. And I'll get back with you in a bit. This is going to be loud. Oh, that's not good. Screws coming out. I'll have to keep an eye on that. As you can see, it makes a lot of mess. A lot of mess. Hence the reason I've made a workroom down in the basement for this, because there's no way I could do this in my room. Not with this much dust coming off of it. That's one done now. These blades are working perfectly, but I gotta let this cool down significantly because it is really hot. And I don't want to burn out my Dremel. So, while that's cooling, I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee or something. Yeah. Hang that on that nail for now. Here we go. First thing I gotta do is brush off some of this stuff. Because it's over everything, even my drink. My axe. Let's get this down and get it straightened away a little bit. Or those anything else? Is this one down or something? It's my pot. Adjusting myself. I do have to check the stove now too, because I haven't really looked at it when I started. My hands are getting really bad. I have a spork or anything. Well, there's one in the house. I need something to stir up my sugar, so that'll do. Oh, it's over there. Let's check the fire. Oh, nice. Burning really good. Let's get a pot of water on now. It won't be forever getting all this black stuff off of me. I imagine it's all up in my nose and everything. Might just do one of those containers for today. Look at my hair. Might just do one of those containers for today. And bring that one in and get it. That'll get me a start on some stuff anyway. And I can always come out and cut up another one if I need it. My pot. Let's see what I can do here. Everything's fighting with me today. Hands, my pot, my stove, my water container, go fill. Give lots of people some shout outs. Of course, there's my old one. See how long that takes to boil now. It's not a raging inferno in my stove right now because I put bigger chunks in the last longer. So let's see what they do. So, no, they're on the lines. Okay. So you probably have guessed I'm giving the backstep a makeover, big time makeover. I am gonna have to put some money into this. Trying not to, but I am gonna have to. So my next few payouts on YouTube are going to go to stuff like this, rebuilding the backstep in a better, more comfortable, more secure little spot to come out. Have my little hookups, have my little video spot, and this is going to be like my cabin in the woods. I'm debating on flooring, whether or not to do flooring. I'm going to wait and see how it goes with the walls and the roof. And then maybe later I'll put some, who knows, I'll put some good flooring down in here and be able to come out, take off my shoes and kick back and relax. A lot of my wood processing then will be done on the outside and then bring it in. I might get one of those pans for putting my wood in. Probably going to make a little table. The area here is good now. I could stretch out a cot or something here and lay down and sleep, no problem whatsoever. So it's all looking on the up and up. My pot has only been on for a couple of minutes. It's already starting to steam. So I don't have much to get ready for my coffee. I've already got a little coffee thing made in here. My biggest thing is keeping the dirt that's on me out of the cup. That's my biggest concern. I should probably give this a wipe off. We'll do the camp clean now, will we? Inside of my pocket is clean. Well, maybe not, it's full of black stuff. T-shirt it is. Rub it off on the t-shirt. It's cleaner. We're getting some black stuff on it though. I'll be eating black plastic now for next week. I'll get my cup ready and lay it aside. I'm sure I had a cover there for that. Oh, here's the pot already boiling. Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh yeah, she's starting. Let's see if I can dig out a cover for my cup. There might be one in here, there might not. Oh, yep, there is. Cover. And if I put this here, I don't know if you can see it or not, can you? No. If I put this, oh, the camera is just not going to cooperate with me. No. Bear with me. There we go. I put this here. I can lay my cup on it. And the heat from the stove will keep my cup warm too. Let's see. There's a nice rolling boil. Handles are not even hot. Fantastic. Leave that on there and let it continue to boil a bit. Use it to clean out my cup when I'm done. Just like that, I have a hot cup of coffee. Didn't take no time at all really for that to boil on that stove either, so that's good. I wonder how long it would take my big pot to boil on there, because that'll fit on there too. Couple of these in there. That one's not real big. Actually, I'm not going to put that one in there even. I'm just going to close her up and let her burn for a while. I'm not overly cold today, and the temperature in here right now is reading 10 degrees Celsius, so it's 50 in here with this little stove going. That's quite an improvement from the 0 degrees it is outside. And you can see this is not fully closed in, like there's gaps, the tarp is flapping here, there's behind, there's these gaps in the wood. So you can imagine how warm I could get this in here if I get it sealed up completely and a good stove piping in on, so I'm not getting smoked out all the time. I'll get really warm. And that's what I'm looking for. Now for the summertime, But in the summertime, I'll only light the stove when it wants to cook something. Or if I'm sleeping out overnight, I'll light it at night time. But right now, you kind of, when it comes out, you kind of want to light the fire right away when you're not doing something. And that will, you know, just help with things. Next time it comes out, I'm going to probably frame up the other side there. Over on, like, the way I framed up this one here, I'll frame up this side over here. So the bottom to the top, and set it up so that that's ready to be walled up. Then I have to adjust the tarp on the top because it's doubled at the moment, well, almost doubled, but I need to stretch it out a bit more. So that is going to involve taking off a couple of these ties that are around, pulling it back and loosening it, and I might even look for the can of wax stuff to go on just over the roof. I'm not too concerned about this back wall behind me as of yet. Even for walling this up, I'm not too concerned about it yet. It's just the two sides. Then I'll work on the wall behind the fire, and then I'll work on this wall. That's my plan. You know what you're gonna say? I'm gonna make it work one way or another. No, but it's almost dinner time now, or it is dinner time now. Wherever I did with my phone, right here. Yeah, it's a little after dinner, and for dinner I got something a little different. It's not really dinner, but it is dinner for me. I bring out an MRE. This MRE is maple and brown sugar oatmeal. And I wanted to see how this one was. There's orange juice in here, I can see, and trail mix with pretzels, looks like. Some applesauce. That's probably the oatmeal, the heater. Let's open it up and see what it's like. First things first, I gotta get the plug for my camera. Oh yeah. I also bring out this light in case it wasn't bright enough out here, but it's fine. But as I wall it up, it might not be so bright in here, so I got these little USB lights that I can plug in when it comes out. But I don't need it today, so let's put that back in here. Where's my plug to? There it is. But what I do need is some power for my camera. There you go. Now you're all juiced up. I was sure I bring out my knife, my Moore knife, but I must have just laid it down and never put it in the bag. Oh well. Fingers it is. Let's see what we got in here. The heating bag. The heating pad. These heaters actually in this XMRE ones I haven't knock on wood, had one that never worked yet. This is maple and brown sugar oatmeal. Applesauce. I love the applesauce. Big burst I have with my coffee. Trail mix. Orange juice mix, Tootsie Roll, and of course the fork phone thing. I don't know what I get, is salt and pepper. Salt and pepper with oatmeal. Maybe some people do though. Maybe some people want salt and pepper with their oatmeal. I'm just not one of those people. Okay. Let's move down so let's see the bag. Whoop. tea bag. This is the chemical heater. You don't want to handle it too much. I don't like to handle them too much. Probably wouldn't hurt me, but big thing with this is don't overfill it. That's a really, really, really big problem. Don't go past that fill line. Close enough for me. Seal it up. Swoosh it around a bit. I always does this. I think it activates the heater a little better, I think. Find the heater. Just let it sit. The heater should activate. If it don't, well then I've got hot water here I can throw in it. I actually got to take my pot off because it's actually starting to boil dry. So take that off, sit back. Every now and again I'm going to give this a little shake and a squish. One I had, I put it in, and just as I was getting fed up and said I'm going to take it out now. Just as I went to take it out, it started steaming like mad. So I will let that run for a bit, and I'm going to have me some fig bars and coffee. Oh! And the coffee is brewed up pretty good. Coffee bag out. It's very hot. Starting. Nice. I'm gonna have me a nice hot meal. Don't stop. Eat my fig bars while I'm eating. Sorry, Nicole. She likes these too. Maybe I'll take them. There's two in the bag. Yeah, I'll be nice. I'll take one. Although I do want to eat it. so delicious. And I'm taking a bit out of it. Now I gotta fold up for the way or I might eat all in it. I'll save my trail mix for when I was in the house. And my applesauce. I might eat the applesauce. But I wanted to try one of these oatmeal ones since I got them. There's 2 of each in the box, see? So I wanted to see what the oatmeal was like. And I've been thinking about ordering another case of them when I get a chance to. The stove's going good. Don't need any more wood in it. It's one of the best things about the stove. It burns the wood up a little bit better and it's producing heat. If it was closed in, I'd probably have to open the door or open the window right now just to let the heat out. Look at the steam coming off of this thing. Now another thing I was thinking about doing was adding running water. But I don't think I'm going to get into all that with this step. I can just run in and grab water when I need it. Or I can fill up a big bucket and bring out a big bucket of drinking water and have it here. Like a big 4-liter jug or something like that. Something similar to this thing which keeps falling down. I'll have to make a shelf for that because that's a hand washing thing. And I've been thinking about things for like drain and stuff, so it's not just going down onto the floor and stuff like that. It's all little ideas running around in my head for stuff like that. And, you know, I just gotta try them. Because I don't know if they're gonna work until I try them. It says to leave it for about 5 minutes. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, I think. Just to make sure. I like my oatmeal hot. A bit of stuff to bring in now, though. I got them pieces of plastic to bring in. And my normal stuff that I had out here. That all got to go in. That's okay, though. I'm on there. Nice to have you guys out sitting on a step with me, for sure. Right, seeing how things are progressing along. It'll be nice to get rid of those tarps on the sides and have actual walls. That's going to be a big improvement on the step. This side here, I'm going to have to like strip off all of this. There's a big piece of board there behind. I might just be able to use that instead of putting the little boards. I might be able to put that there. And go up. Well, I'm debating on what way to do this side. This side I got in my head all done. It's done. I knows what I'm doing. The other side. This is. I'm gonna have to get rid of the gate and make an actual door frame. Put a door there instead of the gate. And that'll be good for cleaning up too, because then I'll just be able to open the door, shove the stuff out. My wood is going to go where I got those black pans, I think, or is going to go like right behind the camera and on that wall instead of on the side. Just because it'll help free up that wall, and you know, there's not much that can go over next to the stove. I don't want to put anything too close to the stove, fire hazards and stuff like that. I do have an idea for the dryer drum. I need to get it cut. No guy. You could probably cut it for me. But I have no idea. Might be able to use it for a backstop for the fire pit. Right, and then I can get rid of all the rocks. Right? Right. Thinking. The steam is coming up. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's very hot. Let that go for a little bit. This is good. This is good. Imagine how warm it would be in here if this was sealed up. I've got 10 degrees with all these holes here. And it's almost at 11 degrees, so 52 almost. Almost 52 degrees. Oh wow, that's amazing. I like that. I don't like that. That wood up there, I don't like it. Doesn't look nice. That one looks nice. That one will look even nicer when it's closed up. I'm getting warm out here now. You can still see my brick though. That's because of the wind blowing in. But the radiant heat from the stove, I can feel it like a good distance away from the stove. So, yay, stove. I get a piece of metal for the floor there too, and put it flat out in front of the stove, so if anything falls out of the stove when I'm opening and closing it, like I had a piece fall out there a second ago, but it was nothing major. And that way then the metal will catch it. And I just put a couple of little pieces in. I could very easily throw a couple of big chunks in there and keep it going for a very long time now. That's what I have to do in the night time, see? I'd get a good bit of coals like that. Then I'd go and I'd toss in 3 or 4 of the big chunky pieces. And that would keep me going then for few hours. I'll probably wake up cold, but this time of year. Now if this is all closed in, I probably wouldn't mind it cooling off a bit. Alrighty. Let's see how this is now, guys. Steam come out. Oh, it's very hot. Now, I know it says it doesn't matter, but I like to wipe off the top part of the bag with that water, just because it's chemical based heat warm on my belly. Smells like oatmeal. It's very, oh, it's burning my hands. It's very hot. First taste. It's not bad. Could use a bit of sugar. You know what you could do? You could add applesauce to it to sweeten it. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, because I have it, I'm going to add a bit of sugar. Now if I didn't have it, wouldn't matter, I'd eat it anyway. But because I do have it, I'm going to make it taste better. Get rid of this, it'll be even better. There we go. Oh, it's just making a mess out of it. So I just dumped a bit of sugar in there, and now I'm just going to stir it around. There's maple and sugar here, so there should be sugar in it. Just not very much. Oh, that's much better. Alright. I'm gonna eat this. Have my coffee. Then I'll get back with you guys. Hold on, guys. Coffee's getting cold. I don't want to lay it on the stove. Oh, it's not cold enough. Then I can't drink it. Good stuff. See, I know a lot of people are really against the MREs because some of them can be, and probably are, really not nice to eat. Like, there was one Dave had that was a pizza. Didn't look good at all. And he said it wasn't good. So if I see ones that say pizza, I ain't getting those ones. But these ones are from, now I bought these. There is no affiliation between me and this company. I bought and paid for these out of my own money. But it's ex-MRE. And like I say, I have not had one of these that I didn't like yet. There is another set that's about, I don't know, $60 or $70 cheaper that I'm half tempted to try. And they have things like beef stew and tortellini and stuff like that in them. This MRE pack that I had, it had maple and brown sugar. It had a tortellini, it had some spaghetti, some chili, a fajita one or something. I haven't eaten them all. I have tried most of them. I think there's still one or two that I have not tried out of it. Well, I gotta go through it and see what I do have and what I don't. But I did enjoy these ones a lot. So that's something to keep in mind. Ooh, here's the heater. Want to see what the heater looks like afterwards? It fell out. It's dirty because it fell out, but it blows up like a giant tea bag. And this thing is still super hot. So be careful with these, and if you're backpacking with these, you might want to try to get as much of the water out of them as you can, because that's what's keeping it hot. Before you wrap it up and put it back in your backpack. Now a lot of people will probably throw it in the fire and burn it, but I'm not going to throw it in my fire pit and burn it. Plastic doesn't smell nice when it's burning. And I got a garbage just inside the house. And if I'm out in the woods, I truck it back in with me. So there's no difference here than there is out in the woods. But oatmeal kit for the win. Now I did see a package of these that's just all oatmeal kits. That might be in my future sometime too. And that was a little cheaper than the mixed kits. So, good stuff. Yeah, see, if I had a jug or something out here now, I could just throw this into it and leave it for next time. But I don't. So this is coming in with me. I am going to have to clean out my backpack when I get inside. But that's a coming home thing. I bring out an extra bottle of water. I think I'll leave this one here. Or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave this one out here. Because then I'll have a bottle of water when it comes out. I don't think I'm leaving it on the wood pile. I need some shelves. Once I get the walls done, I'm going to put up some shelves for putting stuff like some bottled water or maybe a couple of... Leave my kettle and stuff here that I don't have to bring it back in and out all the time. That little pot's already boiling again. Which is great now because I can wash out my cup. Turn these up and let them dry. I just swished it around with the old spoon, but this is the secondary rinse now to make sure that everything is out. There's no floor here yet. Not yet. Hey, a little sink. That would be ideal. I could make a little sink out of one of these sinks for washing my stuff and put a drain pipe on it. So that when I'm done this, I can drain it all out. And that could go over on the wall anywhere and have my wooden underneath it and whatnot. Ideas. See, ideas come to me like that, and you know, they're great little ideas, and sometimes I don't always get around to doing them. I really, really, really hope I do get around to doing this though, because that will be a fantastic little little project to do out here. Making a tiny sink for a tiny place. And this travels back to my tiny home in my tiny bus, which I want to do. Just get a bus. I keep thinking about that day in and day out. And you know what? If I get a bus, I'm hooking a wood stove up in it for sure. Why? A, heat. B, cooking. C, I love wood stoves. I don't have one in my house. I want one. I've wanted a wood stove for a very long time. And if I can buy wood along the way, or stop and cut down some wood in some places, deadfall, stuff like that, and haul it out, hey, wood. It'll have multiple purposes, right? I'll also have a heater in the bus though too. I'm not just going to rely solely on wood for my heat, but hey, when you can heat the place up and cook and enjoy it all at the same time, go for it. That's my opinion. Fun stuff. This is how my ideas brew, see? I'm out here and I'm doing stuff and I'm thinking, hey, what about this? What about a sink? You know, I could run a little pipe from the bottom of the sink and run it down under the steps so that any of the water will just go right on down in. There's nothing in the water, it's just a little bit of food stuff. Right? Get some biodegradable soap and have out here for washing my dishes and my hands and stuff when I get really dirty. Especially if I'm going to spend nights out here, which I am absolutely planning to spend day and night out here. I got my little project started here, but I have not gone. I haven't gone far enough into it to get in detail. But this is going to be a small axe handle with a cheap, very cheap axe head that I bought. That the actual handle broke on, and this is maple, so it's going to be good for a handle. It's got a nice curvature on it on the back for holding, so the axe head will come off this end up here. I like the feel of it. It does have to be brought down a bit, but it doesn't have to be brought down too much. It's my hand wraps it pretty good. So it's just basically peel off this bark, give it a bit more shaving down, and then wedge it for the top and cut out some wedges to put down into it when I get it on. But that's what this is going to be. And before I cut off the bottom here, I'm going to make sure, because there's a swell there. I don't know if it's coming up too good on the camera, but you can see where it's skinny here, it swells. I'm going to keep this swell on here, and I'm going to cut it off below this swell, so that will be the palm swell, so that it doesn't want to slip out of your hand when you got it. Right? This handle slipped because there's no swell. This one has the swell on it, and I want to keep that there. So watch for this too on my next upcoming videos, where I'll be out here playing in the plastic dust and doing maybe some carving, maybe some more cutting. I think the next time I cut those, I'm gonna go out of my out of my little step shelter and go on the step and cut them out there, because it covered everything. I kind of figured that, but got on the stove and you could smell that bit of plastic burning, and it's not nice. So I'd be better off doing that down on the in the outer part of the step and letting the wind blow it away. Now I'm thinking. I wasn't thinking then. Alright guys, that's about it for me for today. The stove is burning now pretty good. I'm just going to poke it around a bit. I'm just going to sit here now, clean up my bit of stuff, get that put away, and head on in. Get this video set up so it can come out for you guys so you can see what I'm doing on the step. Hope you enjoyed my last one, which was my solar panel. Look for some more of that. We will have more of that coming out for sure as I get more and more things done to set up for more semi-permanent. I say semi-permanent because if I get a bus, I'm going to strip it all out and put it in the bus. Maybe. But yeah, keep your eyes open for that. Am I sitting? I'm sitting on that. I can't take it. I have to use this one to poke at the fire for now. And as always guys, be safe, have fun, and enjoy what you can with what you have. As you can see, you don't need to go into the woods to make a nice little shelter. If you have a backyard, you can camp in your backyard just as well as you can camp out anywhere. Actually, your backyard is probably nice and flat, or it would take you an hour to find a nice flat spot. I need a backyard. But until such time, here I am on my step. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Be safe, have fun, and enjoy the show.